Zephyr's story. As he stood at the edge of the gaping hole in the heavens, the wind whipping around him, our hero contemplated the magnitude of his task. He knew that he was the only one who could face the challenge that lay ahead, for his power was unlike anything that had ever. Zephyr was born with the ability to control the winds, a gift that had been passed on through his family for generations. As a child, he had struggled to control his powers, often causing chaos and destruction without meaning to. But as he grew older, he learned to harness his abilities and use them for good. Now, standing at the edge of the hole in the sky, Zephyr knew that his powers would be put to the ultimate test. The hole had appeared suddenly, a dark abyss that seemed to swallow up everything in its path. No one knew where it had come from or what it wanted, but everyone could feel its malevolent presence. Zephyr took a deep breath and closed his eyes, focusing his mind on the winds around him. He felt the currents shift and swirl, responding to his will. Slowly, he lifted himself off the ground and floated towards the hole. As he drew closer, he could feel the darkness pulling at him, trying to drag him in. But Zephyr was determined. He summoned all his power and unleashed a mighty gust of wind, pushing back against the darkness. For hours, Zephyr battled the hole, using his powers to keep it at bay. He was exhausted, his body aching and his mind numb. But he refused to give up. He knew that if he faltered, the hole would consume everything in its path. Finally, as the sun began to rise on the horizon, Zephyr felt the darkness begin to recede. The hole was closing, shrinking back into nothingness. Zephyr let out a sigh of relief and collapsed to the ground, his body spent. As he lay there, catching his breath, Zephyr knew that he had done something incredible. He had saved the world from a terrible fate, using his powers for the greater good. And he knew that, no matter what challenges lay ahead, he would always be ready to face them with the strength of the winds at his back.